Here we go, main event time at One Night Only Rivals. Here comes the man who was the first British wrestler in over 100 years to become world heavyweight champion. Here comes Magnus, and it was late in 2013 when Magnus defeated the man who will be his opponent tonight, his rival, Jeff Hardy, in a Dixieland match to become world heavyweight champion. Homecoming of sorts for the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy here in North Carolina.
Yeah, they love Hardy here in North Kakalaki, Roanoke Rapids.
Would you call this a home field advantage?
I think wherever Jeff Hardy competes, they love him. Jeff Hardy is world renowned.
That's the constant, you're right.
He's loved everywhere. He comes out with crazy, zany face paint. He's whacked out, his eyes are painted, his eyelids got different colors. Closes his face, opens his mouth, tongue falls out, jumps to the crowd.
Here we go.
He's a wild man. You know, he's
That's
not
the way you get interactive with the people.
This is the crowd. He's going to go buy a hot dog. Hey, grab me some pretzel and some queso, and I'm good. I don't know where Jeff went, and he disappeared. We lost. He fell in the rapids. They're rolling rapids. He disappeared in the sea of humanity.
There he is.
There we go. See a good look of some of our great audience members here. Beautiful metropolis known as Rolling Rapids.
Roanoke Rapids.
That's correct. We're North Carolina.
Yes, the charismatic enigma's got a homecoming in his home state of North Carolina, and an opportunity for Jeff Hardy.
Spoke to Magnus earlier, Mike. A little convo with him. Let's show for conversation.
You just interrupted me with this convo stuff.
I don't really
right
care
ahead.
what you were saying. Is JB going to talk?
JB's going to talk.
Let me try
Until JB talks, tell us about your convo.
Well, he's like you, JB, with the diarrhea of the mouth, where he just constantly talks and talks and talks. And I had a convo earlier with
I wish you were in
Magnus.
a convoy. I wish you were in a convoy right out of town, to be honest with you. I wish they'd back up the truck so you could go right now.
I had this
take the other announcers with you.
I had the convo with Magnus. I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, live from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, it's your main event of the evening. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 254 pounds and comes to us from Kingsland, England. This is Magnus. And now, introducing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 236 pounds and comes to us from Cameron, North Carolina. He is the charismatic enigma, JeFf HaRdy.
And here we go. It is main event time at One Night Only Rivals. And Taz, it is time for you to educate our listening and viewing audience when it comes to the conversation that you had earlier today with Magnus.
I'll get to that in a minute. But I'll tell you, both these men here trying to really size themselves up, and you see the size advantage. Hold on, Mike. Size advantage for Magnus. You like keep your mouth shut. He's trying to survey the scene here, and I'll get to my convo I have with Magnus. That's Magnus right there, Magnus. I call him Magnus, we're friends. you got to be, if you're Magnus, you got to keep Jeff Hardy on the mat, use your size and power, where Hardy might want to get this thing in the air and fly around a little bit.
I mean, is there any other way? When it comes to Jeff Hardy, he's been pretty well established, pretty well documented throughout his career. Whoa, he thrives when he's able to go high risk, but I tell you what, the impact of that elbow shot, that could daze you to the point where you're not able to go high risk. Is that part of your combo?
No, that's a whole different topic. I'll get into that in a second. But the thing is, Magnus really trying out of the box. You want to be successful out of the box. I don't know how many people are actually in a box. Some people at times are. But you want to be successful out of the box, and that's what you'll see Magnus do here, putting the offense on the charismatic Enigma.
And here comes Hardy, full speed, clothesline, takes Magnus all the way. Out. And then Hardy right on him. Both boots, sets up slingshot. Watch out, Magnus. Incoming is right.
Well, two former world heavyweight champions battling out, and right now, like I told you, in the air. Don't let Hardy fly, and that's what he did. Just listen to me, Mike. You never had the opportunity to work with a three-time world heavyweight champion like myself. Mike, just listen to me, for God's sakes.
I'm listening. That's all you got? How about the way Hardy dives into the splash?
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, take it down. Oh, look at Hardy. Oh!
Yeah, maybe too early to go twist of fate, right?
Yeah, I think that might have been a little early.
Oh, he hit the shoulder block, but then when he went to fly in at Magnus, he just got nailed with a European uppercut.
Well, when you take risk and you're a risk taker like Hardy, sometimes you get caught, and that's exactly what happened. Part of the game. See, I had this conversation with Magnus earlier, and what happened, hold on, you got to watch you don't get counted out here. Both men, you got to make sure they get in the ring, Mike. Got to be careful of the count on him.
It's always an issue when you're outside. I think the referee, though, may be giving these guys a little bit of a break when it comes to that count outside on the floor.
Well, we've seen in my color analyst some loose refereeing tonight, and, well, there we go. Seems like Brian Hebner's a chip off the old block of his old man, if there's anything left on the old man's block.
So you're saying that it's something that is almost a theme when it comes to the Hebners tonight? And maybe beyond tonight with the look that you have on your face. Oh, how about this roll-up from behind by Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, Jeff Hardy can basically turn the tide of the match with no problem.
I know a lot of people are interested in that conversation that you had with Magnus, but we'll get to that in a bit.
Exactly. Oh, look at that beatdown right there. Ripped up the apron skirt.
One of those moves that Magnus loves to employ, pulling back up, like you pointed out. That skirt that is attached to the apron.
He's going to bring the out. Like I told you, Mike, if you just listen to me,
gets his opponent trapped in no man's land.
I'll get you through this thing.
And then he's able to follow up with a move like that elbow out on the floor.
In essence, we don't even need you out here. I can just do this myself, to be honest. I used to work with a guy named Mike Adams. I basically work alone anyway.
Yeah, Mike, just another Mike, right?
Mike. I've been stuck with a lot of mics, and I'm not impressed with any of you. So, but I digress.
Oh, really?
You're actually my favorite out of the least talented of all of them.
If there's ever been a backhanded compliment, that's it, folks.
You're welcome. This conversation.
Best of a bad lot is what it is.
Convo.
It's one of those things. We'll get to your conversation with Magnus in just a second.
Yep.
But now you've got to concentrate on the fact that he's taking the fight right to Hardy. Shoots him off into the ropes.
Size advantage, Mike,
The way also that he's taking the win away from Jeff Hardy.
Great observation, even though you're not a color commentator like I am.
I was trying to set the table for you.
You're right. He's definitely taking the oxygen out of his body and the wind out of him. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Power.
Drives him down off the power bomb. Nice elbow right to the back by Magnus. A little bit of a breather here for Magnus while he sees that he's got Jeff Hardy in that position that he wants him in. He's got Hardy down and potentially out. Matter of fact, he brings Hardy back up to his feet. And he telegraphed a back body drop. Oh, but the way that he's able to turn it around, gain that momentum again. Clothesline, pin. And HaRdy realizing the importance of this match at the Rivals pay-per-view, the main event slot, and feeding off of the home state crowd here in North Carolina. You know, this might be the perfect time for you to talk about that conversation you had with Magnus.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do that in a second, but I just want to see if HaRdy can, yeah, and he can, if he can counter. Well, I'll get there, Mike. If he, yeah, and he's doing a good job.
He did it.
That's what I kind of,
Watch this Magnus going to try. Oh, see there?
Nobody home there. Good job.
So it's a quick flurry of offense from Jeff HaRdy.
Yeah, no, good job. I mean, that's the thing, man. HaRdy's quick with his flurry in his offense, as you said. But Magnus so cocky, so confident, so arrogant, so abrasive, but yet so talented. Look at the adjectives, the plethora of adjectives I lay down out here. It's amazing.
It's a bit much. a little bit overbearing, but
the human thesaurus machine, right?
The human thesaurus machine. That's the
HTM, bro. I'm the HTM. I'm big into acronyms. So look, I was telling you about the story, but then
you instead focus.
Yeah, I know. We got to stay on top of this here. This conversation I had with Magnus, but
abdominal stretch.
That's the thing.
It's a basic move, but it's effective.
Pulls apart your rib cage, your intercostals.
That's what it is.
It's the intercostals, which a lot of commentators try to copy my style of commentary. I want to talk about myself.
Bob Costal?
Bob Costal. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of commentators try to copy my style of really breaking down the anatomy of the body. And
nobody can do that.
No, they suck at it. I'm great. So the thing
Hey, how about HaRdy?
Exactly. I'm the GOAT. You know the GOAT?
Nice answer. That greatest of all time in your own mind. That's what a GOAT stands for.
Blew that off. All right.
I think you should point out how Jeff HaRdy was able to take the negative of the abdominal stretch, turn it into a positive with that high hip toss takeover.
Some say HaRdy's the GOAT, greatest of all time, and that would be maybe apropos. HaRdy's a stud, man. He gets it done.
And this time, HaRdy gets the offense going. That's just the way you do it.
HaRdy's in that home field advantage right here in North Carolina.
Yeah, got that vibe.
Gonna run over to Waffle House and get me some smothered, covered, and brothered after the show. Redneck style. No offense to rednecks.
No,
but here we go.
Much. You just buried the entire state. Elbow up by HaRdy. Watch him go. Whisper in the wind off the top. Cover. Pin. Magnus turns it around on him.
Got him. Oh. Oh, look at HaRdy. Oh, twist of fate. Nope. Almost. That wasn't exactly the twist, though. Here it comes.
No, but this is.
There it is.
Straight down goes Magnus. Is it enough? 2. No, not enough. I hope that's something that you covered with Magnus.
Well, I want to get into that conversation. Now's not the time. Hold on, because this match is getting to a fever pitch situation. HaRdy's about to strip down. He's getting ready to rock and roll.
You know what that could mean? I mean, it could be oh, this time another twist of fate. But no, quickly turned around by Magnus. Powers him down. The brick covers and gets 2.
Look at the frustration on the face of Magnus. Losing his cool. Kind of leads to some of the stuff he said in that conversation I had with him. I can see it coming out of him. I will.
That series of offense that HaRdy had looked to me like he was going to punctuate it by going swanton. But instead, it was Magnus who was able to turn around and, in essence, turn the match in his favor.
Oh, he's mocking. He's mocking, Mike. Look at this. Magnus, was going for the twist of fate himself.
You don't do that in North Carolina.
Oh, you can't do that anywhere. Come on, please.
That time he caught him out of nowhere with the twisto.
Shirts off. Inks out. Might be party time for the charismatic Enigma.
Here he goes, headed to the top. Swanton on the way. Swanton connects. Here's the count. Here's 1. Here's 2. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Jeff HaRdy.
God, that was a great matchup. Great victory. Yeah, for Jeff HaRdy. Magnus had an excellent showing. That was awesome stuff. Let's take a look at what happened, Mike. I got this. Hold on, Mike. So what happens, you see Jeff HaRdy, once he gets to the top rope, nails that swanton. Oh, man.
Damn.
It's all over but the shouting, as they say. Excellent victory in an excellent match in our main event. I wish I had more time to tell you about that conversation I had. Well, actually,
maybe it's something you can tweet out to your followers.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
All right.
You should concentrate on the accomplishments of the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy, victorious in our main event matchup over his rival,